All right. President Trump is tying a lot of this whole border issue and building that wall to the opioid crisis, saying that if we get that wall up there, we'll have less of a crisis. To Texas Republican Congresswoman Jodey Arrington on Where Things Go Now. Congressman, thank you very, very much for joining us. Is it your sense, and I apologize for that, changing your gender. I did not mean to do that.
I'm all man, and I'm in Texas today, so I can take it, Neil.
You can call me Nella if you want. So, Congressman, do you get a sense now that this is going to heighten interest in the wall or whatever final version we come up with? What do you think?
I think it's definitely part of the fix is to have physical barriers, and I think stopping illegal immigration and stop giving incentives for illegal immigration by not enforcing the law, which is what we've seen with a rogue presidency over the last several years. The first thing we needed was a commander-in-chief that just took his job seriously and that was committed to enforcing laws, whether he liked them or not. But this president is absolutely committed to stopping the flow of illegal contraband and stopping criminals from coming over here, whether they be gang members or just folks hell-bent on committing crimes. But overall, it's real simple. Build the barriers, give more investment in boots on the ground, enforce the laws, and hold sanctuary cities accountable. If we just do that, which should be a basic expectation of the American people for our commander-in-chief, I think you're going to see this problem go away in pretty short order.
You know, deportations were at a record with President Obama, say what you will of him, and that was without all of this wall stuff. Now, I guess what I'm asking you is, do we need to do still more of that? Because even when it comes to the opioid crisis, many have pointed out that the problem is existing drugs from existing drug companies found here. You know, it's just stuff that's in a lot of people's medicine chests already.
Well, I think Congress took a big step in that regard in the 21st Century Cures Act by putting $1 billion towards better monitoring, by having intervention and prevention programs and also drug treatment. The key is the federal government's not going to be able to solve this problem any more than they can solve a lot of the problems that plague our country. We have to have all stakeholders, all hands on deck in every community owning this. And then the federal government can come in, as can the states, with some assistance. And Texas, I know, received upwards of $27 million for local communities to combat the drug addiction, especially with meth and with opioids. And so we can learn from that, find the best practices, and then attack it with everybody pulling in the same direction. But the federal government's not going to just wave a magic wand and solve this on its own.
Is Mexico going to end up paying for this wall, or are we?
I don't know that I would wait for Mexico to pay for the wall. We just need to do the right thing for the American people. If we could get Mexico to pay for it, I think it's all the better. But the fact is, our national security responsibility is on us. So we ought to just make the investments we need to make and worry about who's going to pay for it in terms of if Mexico is going to pay for it down the line.
Okay.